Welcome back. We are here with 1425, and a war will be starting in this part. As you can see, Cecilia and Johnny are done having all of their children here, and we lost Thomas in the last one, but he has 2 children and 1 more on the way, so hopefully we will be all set with this branch. And Serena did have 1 child, but it passed, so that is where we're at. And in this part, we have the war, and then we'll have 1 marriage because since we're having the war, we don't need more than 1. So Caitlin Devereaux, who is Charles's illegitimate child, will be marrying Maurice Trimboli. And I think, where is Maurice? Over here. Yeah, he's the only Trimboli guy, and he also is not going to have any more children because he rolled a 0. So I think that's it for the Trimboli families, right? Is it? Yeah, Maurice Trimboli 0. Yep. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, because I didn't even realize at the time, that Dustin was the last Leifson. He was the last one. And so now there will be no more Leifsons. So we're really just getting rid of families all over the place here. I'm kind of sad about the Leifsons dying out. They were our family from all the way back from Agnes. We went to Milo and Nicole, and then there was when we didn't have the last name in our main household anymore, but the name was living on for quite some time, but not anymore. Very sad. So we're going to have a few colors open up, which is actually good because I was having some trouble earlier, you remember, with having colors. Also, Malcolm's only son has died, and I didn't do anything about that for some reason. I don't know why. I just straight up did not do anything. I'll have to do that. Change that picture to black and white. But Malcolm doesn't have any sons, so maybe we'll be getting more than 1 color. Who knows? Anyway, birthdays. So luckily none of our kids are having birthdays this year, although we will be having a new baby. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, so we have Philomena Zest, can't get a 4, 8, or a 12. She survived. Johnny Zest the second, can't get a 9 or a 19. He survived. Nancy and Nazetta Landgrab both can't get a 7. They both survived. And will they get married and have children? Yes, with 2 children. Yes, with 10 children. Oh my gosh. Let's go over here. Let's see. Do we have any rich men in this list? No. Nancy Landgrab. 2 children. And Nazetta Landgrab. Well, 10. Gosh, we have so many rich ladies who don't have any suitors. Anyway, so for young adult, we have Honora Armstrong, who just got married. Zelda Axel, who also just got married. Caitlin, who is supposed to be getting married. And Conrad. So no 2, 6, 11, 13, 14. Ugh. No 2, 6, 11, 13, 14. Okay, number 2 survived. Survived. Okay, so just the first one died there. So Honora, I mean, I don't think she was going to have any children anyway, so I'm pretty sure she wasn't. Yeah, she didn't make it onto here. I think her husband had a 0. Okay, that's Eleanor's line, just crashed and burned immediately. Okay, Travis Scott is now becoming an adult. He has to get a 9 or higher. He did, so he'll be living another 10 years. Okay, so now the vampire rolls. We can't get a 9. We have 2 vampires currently. 1, 2. And then we have 2 humans currently. We can't get an 18. All right. They're fine. And now, okay, so the war. 100-year war. Roll a d4. And if they get a 4, they have to go to war. Okay, who is our... Okay, well, Dustin died. So we have Gilbert 2, Wybert 2, Zwan, and Serena have to go. So, events. So, Gilbert to Wybert to, his last name is Nalvator. And then Serena, who's now a Bennett, and her husband, Swan. Okay, so they all have to go to war. Now let's see everyone else. So where should we start? Let's start in Windenburg. So church people don't go. Okay, so here we are. The Payne household doesn't look like it has... Oh, okay, Frost 2 is now old enough to go to war. So let's roll for him. Rolling a d4, can't get a 4. Okay, he is not going to war. Now in the Bennett household, Wolfram Bennett. Honestly, I even forgot he existed, but he's going to war. Wolfram Bennett will be going to war. Let me just get a war household going. Create a new household. Off you go. Just because I don't want to hear you complain about money. Okay. Oops, sorry, not this one. This one. Yeah, they weren't really successful with having any kids. It's too bad. Okay, you're all set. Now, in the land grab household, we have Joffrey still, and then Malcolm. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if Malcolm died at war? Joffrey, Malcolm. Okay, well, he's not going to, but could you imagine? And then in the Trimboli household, we have Maurice the Second. Nope. No, D4 I really would have thought would be more, but it's not. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to Tartosa. Honestly, I'm not sure if Italy is involved in this war, but I don't know. So we have Gossa and Pascal. I'm just rolling for all my Sims. YOLO. I want them to die. No, I'm kidding. Okay, Gossa goes to war. Although I kind of already have marked him as dead, even though he's still alive. That's fine. Devereaux. And in this household, we have Johnny. Oh no, I hope he doesn't die, although he's all done having kids, so it wouldn't be the worst thing. I'm terrible. Okay, he's fine. Now we'll go to Henford on Bagley, where our main household lives. And the church doesn't count. Okay, so in the Bennett household, we have Zwan and Galileo and Travis. Zwan, Galileo, Travis. Okay. In the Dutton household, we have Wybert and Giles. Ooh, Wybert's going. Okay, but that's not the same Wybert. Oh, I might need another row here. Okay. Here we have, these two are definitely going. In the Larkin household, we have Ansel and Ansel. Older Ansel, younger Ansel. Going to war. I need more things here. Ansel 2. Done. Okay. There's that. And our household, no one's going. Okay, in the Armstrong household, we need to roll for the elder Gilbert. The younger Gilbert is definitely going. Although, would the Lord of the Land really get drafted? Okay, then we have, he is definitely going. And then in this family, we have Elric Axtell. So he's the last one to roll for, and he is not going. Okay, so I'll just need to scoot this down. Then I'll just grab some black squares and throw them in here. Okay. There is everyone who is at war. It's actually quite a big group. We didn't have that many several years, so there's that. They will be gone for 5 years, although Gilbert, Wolfram. I wonder if any of them are supposed to be getting married. I don't know. Oh yeah, Ansel is supposed to be getting married next year. I guess that might have to wait. Or maybe I'll do it anyway. I don't know. I mean, they're just a side household. Well, it's Emelina, too. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'll think about it. If I forget, then I'll just do it. Okay, so that is... Oh, I'm so stupid. I haven't been moving them over into the household. Okay. I don't know why. I'm like, okay, they're going to war, but didn't move anyone. Okay, so we have Gilbert to... Let's see. Here he is. Then we have... Okay, Wybert 2. I'm just going to go in order because I can't keep track of all these Sims. I need them to just be in order. All right, so you're going. And then Serena and Zuan. Okay. You're both going. Wolfram. Oh, is there more than 8 Sims? Where's Wolfram? Is he in here? No, but... oh, there is definitely more than 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, there is 8. Perfect. Wolfram. The Wybert. Okay, Wolfram. Where are you, Wolfram? Where does he live? Here? No, it's Wybert. Well, Wybert is going, so. Maybe Wolfram lives in somewhere else. Windenburg? Well, we know Gossa is coming. Is this actually 9? I can't count, obviously. Where is Wolfram? Where is he? I have no idea. Oh, maybe I already moved him. Right, he must have been the first person I moved. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. Okay, so Ansel is the last one. Hemford on Bagley, into our old household. Nope, that's not our old household. Our old household, and Ansel too. Okay. I don't know why that was so hard. Okay. So everyone who is off at war is off at war, and that'll be that. So anyway, now we are going to hop into the game. So as you can see, I did put a little living area behind here, and we put the trophy for the Ultimate Horse Championship in the entryway. So there is that. And then we're just going to start getting our usual things done here. So Adelaide is going to check on the bees, and also it's Easter, so I'm just having them go to a holiday ceremony. I accidentally hired a nanny. I didn't mean to. That wasn't my original plan, but that is just what ended up happening. So anyway, they're home now from the holiday ceremony, and then we are going to check on the bees, the garden, and then we'll have her continue to make nectar. You can see that I put up all the trophies too in the stable there, and honestly, I don't think that we're going to keep the horse either. I just feel like I've kind of moved on from that, and especially now that I'm trying to actually work on their needs a bit, that it's becoming harder to also take care of the horse. Like I don't know how to take care of the horse. So I am doing my best to do that, but the horse is like always sad, so I don't know. I'm just going to sell the horse as well. And we'll also, I forgot that we needed some toddler stuff in here, so we're going to put that over here. So this house is really big. I kind of like envisioned so many different things than are actually happening. Like I really thought that like we would also be hosting Serena's children and that like all this stuff would be happening, but that's not the case. It's just the 4 of us, soon to be 5, in the house. So I mean, I guess we have 6 bedrooms, so I guess that kind of works itself out for the most part. Anyway, so we are having Rose take on a really big child rearing responsibility here as well, just kind of taking care of the kids while Adelaide works on her aspiration and doing the Nectar stuff. Oh, there is a broken toilet. Okay, well, you fix that. And also, you know, we're trying to be sparing with our money a bit. We can make some money off of the Nectar, but I want to let it age first. So that's 2 of our sim years where we are waiting for the Nectar to age before we can sell it. So she's been kind of, you know, not pinching pennies, but being a little frugal in her life because she wants to make sure that she has enough money to take care of the kids and everything. And especially, like, who knows? I feel like we're also going to work on our gardening aspiration, or not aspiration, skill, because we need to fertilize the grapes. Anyway, so what I was going to say is that Adelaide is having a really tough time for obvious reasons. Her husband just died. She's pregnant. She is trying to find a way to support this family and her mother, and she is just really struggling because she's sad, obviously, that her husband died, and she's scared of what the future is going to bring, and she just is doing her very best, but she's also scared that, like, what if it doesn't work out with the Nectar making? Like, what if she can't make enough money to protect her family and keep everything going? Like, you know, she just is having a lot of put on her shoulders all of a sudden. She really thought that she was going to get to live this happily ever after with Thomas, and that they were going to, you know, have a good life and be happy and have kids and just, you know, all this stuff. But instead, she's a single mother on her own, trying to make up for the fact that there is no man in the house. So that is really tough for her. My poor Adelaide. But she is getting much better at the Nectar making. Of course, I think that too, making the Nectar is impacted by your emotions as well, because I am noticing that, especially when she's sad, like the Nectar comes out poor quality. So I think that there is a correlation there. And then we have the little baby prince, her 2 babies. We're going to have the 3rd baby soon. I don't know when exactly, but soonish. And she is just going to do her very best to grind and get ready and do everything that she can in order to make sure that her children are well taken care of and that her mother is also taken care of. I think that she is kind of upset because she convinced her mom to let her marry. And so it is just like not working out the way that she had hoped and all of that. So it's a tough situation. And so she is just going to continue here. We're taking care of the kids. Rose is a big help, actually, in taking care of the children. I honestly don't know what we would do without her. So I'm really glad that we brought her here as well. Because we would be in a really tough spot if we didn't. So there's that. Oh, we got to clean this stinky baby. So we're going to do that and just check on making something to eat, going to the bathroom. Okay, so I'm trying to take care of their needs a bit too. I'm not going to say that I never cheated their needs, because I cheated their needs several times, but I'm trying a little bit more to do that. So I think we'll have an easier time as the kids get older, of course. But anyway, you clean up there. I mean, it's just a full day of Nectar making, and these kids are going to probably feel neglected by their mother, but she is doing all of this for them. And I think, maybe her mother is not going to be so supportive of the single mom life, even though Rose did live the single mom life as well, but she had a really hard time and she lost a lot of her children and all of that. So I think that Rose is probably not wanting Adelaide to have to live the same kind of life she did, especially after her husband passed away. Although her kids were older, like Adelaide was a teenager when her father passed away, so it's a little different. But still, I mean, making marriage negotiations and all that stuff, it's harder without the man of the house, because that's what usually ended up happening is men would make deals with each other over that kind of stuff. So there's that. And Adelaide is going to make some food. I'm just going to cheat the baby because what can I do? So, and then we'll have Rose come as well. Rose looks so young too. Like if we look at her in CreateASim, like yeah, she's got the wrinkles and stuff. But like when we look at her just like this, I'm like, wow, she does not look very old at all. Oh, gone into labor. Okay, so here we go. We're having the baby. All right. So what do you think, boy or girl? Let's find out. Is it going to be our second heir or our third? And it's it's a boy. So it's a boy. Unfortunately, the baby just rolled to die though. So yeah. Well, okay. So you know what? Getting in that third baby didn't really help us at all, but that's okay because we are still have our two heirs. Yeah, look at that face. Oh no. So we still have our two heirs. Unfortunately, you know what? Okay, so all of the stress that has been happening over the last couple of months after Thomas has died just was, I guess, really not good for the pregnancy. And Adelaide, like the baby was not healthy. It did not survive. So I think that she's also now blaming herself for not handling things better after losing her husband. But like, this is just such a tough situation. Like, I feel so bad for her. Like, she has every right to be depressed. She really does. She has been having a really tough time, and she's doing her best to create a business for the family so that the family can like make money and always have money and all of that stuff. And it's going to be really important too because she wants to make sure that not only her kids are stable, but that even say if her child didn't have a spouse, that they would be able to support their family. And also, I want us to stay a middle class family. So I think that that is really important that we can end up, I want us to be in the next social class. I don't want us to be peasants anymore. I know last generation with Emmeline was a little complicated because she technically married into nobility, but he was like the loser kid who doesn't get any support from the family. So it wasn't like excellent, and then he kind of got disowned basically by Gilbert, and it's just so we haven't been in a good social position, so we are trying to change that going forward. Adelaide is trying to change that for this family going forward, and she really hopes that can be the case. So there's that. Anyway, she's having a tough life, but regardless, she is going to do her best for her children. So also, I wanted to say before I forget, because I just remembered, that we are changing some of the colors. So you know how the Trombolis are not going to have any more children. So I gave the color green to the Zest family instead. So that is, they're going to be green, like limes instead of lemons. Zest. But yes, so the Zest family is now going to be that color. And then I think the color blue is now free from the Leifsons. So if we have a new family, we will add in the color blue. And then also white is in danger. Malcolm Landgrab is in danger because his only son passed away. I think what I'm going to do with him is like have him divorce his wife because she hasn't given him a son, and then remarry. So I think that that's probably what we'll have him do. I was thinking about giving him a mistress who will have kids for him, but I was going to have it be Alexandra, but then she rolled to not have any kids, so that wouldn't have worked out. So I think I'm just going to have him divorce his wife and get remarried, and we'll go from there. Obviously, he wouldn't remarry any of our Sims because they're not high enough status for, is he a Baron, I think? I gave him a noble title. I think it might be Baron. It's either Baron or Count. I think it's Baron, maybe. I'll have to check. Anyway, so Rose is talking to Adelaide, and I think Rose has seen how much her daughter is struggling and all of that stuff, so she's talking to her daughter, and she's basically saying, look, you need to find a new husband. Like, you need someone to take care of you and the children and all of that stuff. And so Rose is kind of putting pressure on her. You can't do this on your own, blah, blah, blah. I wanted you to have someone who could protect you, and you don't have that. And Adelaide is just kind of fed up with that whole, like, mentality. She married because she wanted Thomas, and he made it work within her mother's expectations. But she's just kind of like, you know, fed up with the fact that her mother is pushing this on her, and like, neither one of them are right or wrong, right? Like, obviously from our modern standards, Adelaide is correct, but from the standards of back then, like, Rose knows what it feels like to live in a household with a strong man who then died, and then, you know, having nothing to protect her daughters, losing her children. Like, she knows the struggle of being a single mother like that, and she doesn't want that for her daughter, and that's not a bad thing. But the way that she's going about it, where she's just kind of trying to tell Adelaide what to do, it's like, Adelaide is a mother herself now. She is too old for you to be trying to tell her what to do like this. So anyway, Adelaide just kind of, you know, says, you know what, Mom? I'm not talking about this right now. I'm going to build this family into something good. Don't worry about it. And so Rose is still going to shop around for potential suitors for Adelaide. But actually, right now, there's not really anyone available to marry her anyway. So even in the remarriages category, there's not really, I mean, 2 of the remarriage people are dying next year. So that is the case. So basically, Rose is not giving up on trying to get her daughter into a new relationship, but Adelaide is pretty confident in herself, and she's not really worrying about that. So anyway, we're going to marry Caitlin to Maurice II, and they're not having any children because he rolled to not have children. Also, I added in on the spreadsheet a new section for like when people are done having children, but one of them still has some child tries left, so that we can know that for the potential second marriages. So, like, for example, Caitlin has like 9 or something, but she's marrying Maurice, who has 0. So we're doing 0. I'm trying to do the lower numbers because of our population problem. But if Maurice were to die, she could remarry, and we could then use her numbers in the next marriage. So I haven't been saving those numbers, which is why I realized that that is a problem, that I'm not saving those numbers. So I'm going to start saving them over here. So when I remove people from the baby list, because they're, as a couple, they're done having children, if someone still has child tries left, I'm going to note that just in case. So that is something that I am keeping for myself, so that I can use those numbers again later and not forget. Like, for example, Pascal's wife just died. He's a 0. So I want to remember his number for his second marriage, if that happens, which it probably will, because I have a lot of rich ladies who don't have husbands, and luckily for me, there are a lot of rich men who keep losing their wives. Oh my God, it's terrible to say. Anyway, moving on from that, let's think about what's going on next year. I don't even know. So next year, we are into 1426. We'll have 2 marriages, and then let's see, Thomas III, our current patriarch, I guess, is going to have his birthday, along with Adelaide is going to have her birthday. So I really hope she survives, because she deserves the best. Adelaide needs to live. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. And we are going to continue on in the next one. And hopefully we have some good luck next year, because we have not had good luck for a while. So I will catch you in the next one.